Dear students of Standard 8, Assalamu alaikum. This is Afsana Begum welcoming to your English second paper class. Dear students, today the topic we are going to discuss and learn is narration or speech and the basic rules of changing speech. Dear students, we can see two pictures. In the first picture, we can see David and Mary. Here we can see David saying to Mary, I will call you tomorrow. In the second picture, again we can see Mary is reporting to somebody what David had said. Mary is saying, he said that he would call me the next day. Now, dear students, let us focus on the sentences again. The first one, David said, I will call you tomorrow. The second one, David said that he would call me the next day. Now, if we consider these two sentences, we might notice that both of them convey the same message or meaning. But there is a difference if we look closely. In the first sentence, David's own exact words are presented without any change. That is, I will call you tomorrow. It is called direct speech. In the second sentence, Mary conveys the activities of the speaker, that is David, to the audience. This we can say indirect speech or reported speech. Now, dears, there are some major changes we can see in these speeches from direct to indirect. To change from direct to indirect, we need to consider the tense, the pronoun, and some words that describe time, place, types of sentences, etc. So, firstly, we can say speech or narration is of two kinds. One is direct and the other is indirect. Let us now discuss about narration in detail. First of all, what is called narration? The way of reporting the speech of a speaker is called narration. We often require to report what we have heard elsewhere or what somebody has said. There are two ways of reporting what somebody has said. One is direct and the other is indirect. As for example, again let us say direct, he said to me, I am happy. Indirect or called reported speech, he told me that he was happy. Now, dear students, let us see the characteristics of these two speeches. The direct speech is put within inverted commas. We can see I am happy. It is within inverted commas, which is the exact words of the speaker. A comma here we can see is used after the reporting verb. What is the reporting verb here? Reporting verb is said. And the first letter within the inverted commas is a capital, we can see. And in indirect speech, what we can see? We can see the linker that is used. That here is used as a linker before the reported speech. The pronoun I is changed into he, and the verb I am, that is verb, am is changed into was. Let us now have further explanation on direct speech, which will hope make you understand it more clearly. Direct speech. Direct speech is the exact speech said by the speaker which is put within quotation marks, or we can say inverted commas, or we can say speech marks. In direct speech, we use the speaker's own words. We already know. For example, there is given, Thomas said to his friend, I am really happy. In the picture, we can see Thomas saying, I am really happy, time indicating Sunday, June 1. There are two parts in a direct speech. One is reporting speech and the other is reported speech. Now let us have discussion on them. Dears, before knowing about reporting speech and reported speech, let us have a look on the example again. Thomas said to his friend, I am really happy. We can see one part indicates reporting speech and the other is reported speech. So what is reporting speech? Reporting speech is the part which is outside the inverted commas, that is the part before the comma. It involves two parts, the speaker and the reporting verb, and sometimes to whom the speaker is speaking. For example, Thomas said to his friend. Here, Thomas is the speaker, said reporting verb, his friend, person spoken to. Now, what is reported speech? Reported speech is the part which is within the inverted commas. That is, I am really happy. Now, explanation of indirect speech. Indirect speech, also known as reported speech, is the substance of the speaker's speech given by someone else. Indirect speech reports what a speaker said without using the exact words. Already we know. So, when we report what another person has said, we usually do not use the speaker's exact words. That is direct speech, but reported speech, that is indirect speech. Example, we can see Thomas said that he was really happy. In the picture, dear students, we can see there is a girl, or we can see a reporter who is reporting or narrating what Thomas said. That is, Thomas said that he was really happy. Here the time indicating Monday, June 2. Dears, there is a note for you. In reported speech, the tense usually changes. This is because when we use reported speech, we are usually talking about a time in the past. In indirect speech, we report what was said. So, direct speech is the form where the actual words of the speaker are put in quotation marks. Example again, Rama said, I am very busy now. In the above example, the speaker, that is Rama, is known as speaker. Said is known as reporting verb, and I am very busy now is known as reported speech. In the picture, we can see Rama saying, I am very busy. Again, indirect speech is the form where the actual words of the speaker are transformed and said or written in a simple manner. that is not in the speaker's own or exact words. For example, Rama said that she was very busy then. Here we can see that in the picture Maya is reporting about what Rama has said. That is, Rama said that she was busy. Dears, in the sentence we can focus on some changes. 1. Omission of comma and inverted commas or quotation marks that has been added. Pronoun has been changed. The tense has been changed. And the change of adverb of time in the sentence, that is, now has changed into then. Dear students, the pronouns or the persons are changed while changing from direct to indirect. Here we can see first person pronouns of the reported speech changed according to the subject of the reporting verb in indirect speech. Here in the first example we can see direct, he said, I am busy. In indirect, he said that he was busy. Here we can see that the person of the reported speech is changed according to the subject he. Here the person or the pronoun in the reported speech after that we can see has changed from I into he according to the subject. Like that, they said we will not permit this. In indirect, they said that they would not permit that. Here also we can see we has changed into they according to the subject of the reporting speech they. Again, second person pronouns of the direct speech of the reported speech change according to the object of the reporting verb in the indirect speech. As for example, in direct speech we can see he said to me. Me is the object here. In reported speech we can see you have to come with me. Here the pronoun is you, second person. And in indirect speech we can see he told me that I had to go with him. Here we can change the second person pronoun into I according to the object. Like that, she said to him, you can go. In indirect speech, she told him that he could go. Here also we can see in reported speech in the indirect speech, he is changed from you according to the object of the reporting speech, him. Third person pronouns in the direct speech of the reported speech will not change in the indirect speech. Here we can see he said she is a good girl. He said that she was a good girl in the indirect speech. Like that, in direct speech she said they have invited us. In indirect speech, it is she said that they had invited them. In both cases, we can see that third person is not changed. It is as same as it was in the direct speech. So, dears, we can understand persons of the reported speech are also changed. But to remember this, you can follow a rule. That is, in indirect speech, the pronoun of reported speech is changed according to a rule called son is equal to 1, 2, 3. Here S stands for subject for the first person, that is 1. O stands for object for second person, that is 2. And N stands for no change for third person, that is 3. Hope you have understood. Students, one of the most important terms in narration or speech change is the change of tense. If the reporting verb in direct speech is in the past tense, then there will be changes in the indirect speech as the following. Here in the chart, we can see direct speech. If it is in present simple, in indirect speech, the reported speech will be in the past simple. As for example, you can see in present simple, she said it is cold. Here we can see the present simple form of the tense in the reported speech. It is cold. Subject plus base form of verb. Again, in the indirect speech, we can see past simple. The reported speech has changed into past simple form. It was cold. Structure here is accordingly subject plus past form of main verb. Like that, present continuous changes into past continuous. Present perfect changes into past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Hope you all know the structure of the tenses. Again, past simple changes into past perfect in indirect speech. Past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. But dear students, past perfect does not change in the indirect speech. It remains same as it is in the direct speech. As we can see, he said, I had done the work. Had done is the past perfect tense here. Like that, we can see the same way in indirect speech it remains. That is, he said that he had done the work. Here also we can see the past perfect form. Again, like that, past perfect continuous also does not change. It also remains the same as it is in the direct speech. Dears, if in indirect speech there is future tense, in indirect speech it will be future in the past. That means shall or will be changed into would. As for example, in direct speech, if it is he said, I shall do my work, in indirect speech it will be he said that he would do his work. Here we can see shall is changed into would in the indirect speech. Students, in the chart, we can see some words of time expression and place expression which are changed if the reporting verb of direct speech is in the past form. Today changes into that day, now changes into then or at that moment, yesterday changes into the day before or the previous day, days ago changes into days before, last day or last week changes into the day before or the week before, tomorrow the next day or the following day, next year changes into the following year. Like that, here changes into there, this changes into that, these changes into those, ago changes into before, tonight into that night, thus changes into so, come changes into go. These are very important to remember for your change of speech. Now, use of modals. Dear students, modal auxiliaries are those auxiliary verbs which takes the base form of verb after it and no ing or s is used with modals. Now, let us see the use of modals in direct and indirect speech. In direct speech, we can see shall or will is used, and in direct speech it has changed into would. Like that, can is changed into could in indirect speech. Dears, must can be the same or it can be changed into had to. Should can be changed into would, but ought to remains the same as ought to in indirect speech. Students, must is often changed into had to, but in case of obligatory matters, must remains unchanged. Let us have an example. Here we can see in direct speech, he said to us, you must obey your parents. In indirect speech, it is, he said that we must obey our parents. Dear students, both cases we can see must is same. Must here is not changed because to obey our parents is a matter of obligation. We cannot deny it. Again, should often becomes would, corresponding persons of the subject, that is according to the subject, but the should of obligation is not changed. Here we can see, he said, I should be grateful to you. In indirect speech, it is, he said that he would be grateful to me. Dears, we can notice that should has changed into would in the indirect speech because he might be grateful to me or he might not be grateful to me. But the next example we can see, he said, I should follow my teachers. In indirect speech, it is, he said that he should follow his teachers. To follow our teachers is a must and a matter of obligation, isn't it? So, should remains the same. It is not changed. Dear students, hope you have understood today's lesson. Thank you.